You're watching the Battered Fans Network.
The heroes are back. Beards talking balls, rapping pink and black. Coming live from the 305, it's official tissue. The Battered Fan, Chris and Dan, weekly rocking with you. We talk Messi, Boosie, Jordy, Lucho, the Fat Four, to Ben Cram, Noah, Ruiz, Fred. What more could you ask for? Tighten up and get ready, listen in on the pod. Solana and X in Espanol, just to even the odds. Breakdowns and gas bagging, join the tribe and just vibe. Free 99, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't hesitate, say what's up, go ahead and come in. No question about it, I'm ready to get hurt again.
No question about it, I am ready to get hurt again.
Chris, the Herons are back. Welcome everybody to episode number 406 of the Battle Herons podcast. I am your host, Eric Gunnar, and alongside me, as always, Mr. KBD. How are you doing, sir?
That was an embarrassment. That was an embarrassment.
Que pena.
That was a full-blown embarrassing performance.
So is everybody still pulling out those knee pads for Mascherano and his brilliant moves at
Oh
halftime
no, I
last
mean
week?
he's
Brilliant. This guy's brilliant.
the illest, the best breaststroke, whatever.
Yeah.
What a mess this guy
Mascherano's
is.
brilliant. He's a genius.
Oh my gosh.
He's a genius.
Luckily we have Bright,
Yeah.
but I mean, what do we know about football? I mean, you know what really bothered me? The broadcasters make it seem like Orlando has the greatest team in soccer history.
They do have a really good team, though.
They do have a good team, but like, why are you touting them like they're the greatest team ever to touch a soccer ball?
Because there's a lot of people that are watching this game that don't watch MLS and pay attention to any other MLS teams. So they need to make sure that they pump up other teams so that they know that there's more than just Messi and Inter Miami and the MLS. I mean, I'm with you, right? You don't want to hear them pumping them up, but I understand why they do it, right? They got to try to promote the whole league during these Miami games. But yeah, embarrassing. As we like, I don't know if you saw the thumbnail. I literally just put que pena.
No,
I
didn't see it.
Que pena. But yeah, well, I mean, we could start at the beginning. The atmosphere was great. I thought it was a lively crowd.
As a matter of fact, and shout out to Peter Brown from Football Miami TV. He, I think, went out to Orlando and he recorded the supporter groups going into the stadium, and we showed out. A lot of our people went out there to the game. You could tell that the Orlando fans were really looking forward to this matchup.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean it's San Pasico. Yeah,
I look. A couple more performances like this, and I think even Miami fans are going to get annoyed, and they'll start saying, that's what I was asking when I first got on here, Miem.
I should just leave this one up there, right? Just leave this one all day.
This is a rivalry, right? Because when you start getting your ass kicked like this, right? Because it's twice now in one season. On May 18th and now today, we lost by 3 goals both times. So, I mean, you can start looking at this more as a rivalry because now they're starting to be a pain in the ass. And they're showing that they're a good team. So
we haven't won in Orlando, Danny. That is embarrassing. This is the way we played was just, it was, the thing is, you would think, look, we don't have Messi. It's like, okay, we could still be competitive. We still have like a lot of other great players.
Yeah.
This is an embarrassment, this game. An embarrassment.
And people are asking for a rant. There is no rant just because I told you this after a win. It's kind of like, remember what was it that we beat? We beat somebody. We beat, like, I think it was Nashville. We beat somebody. And then I came on here and I started talking a bunch of crap about how poor we looked. And everybody's like, oh, but we just won. What the hell?
Yeah.
And then the next game, we got our ass kicked. I feel like I told Mascherano with the knee pads, like, I get it.
Everybody was in line.
I didn't want to take away credit, right? Because it was a good coach game. But, like, it's like everybody with Rocco. It's like, oh, he made a save. Did you see that? Well, he's a professional soccer player. He should be able to make a save here and there. I'm not saying he hasn't played poorly. Ustadi played like crap today. We'll get into Ustadi in a second.
Awful.
He played terrible. But the whole Rocco thing, like, he hasn't played horrible. I wouldn't want him as a full-time starter, but he hasn't been terrible. Today, Ustadi was embarrassing. That was terrible. Like we should have lost. They should have put up like 6 or 7 goals.
Yeah, we should have lost 7-1.
This should have been like that Seattle Sounders Cruz Azul game where Cruz Azul is a good squad, but you don't know how the Seattle Sounders put 7 on. Like this is what this should have been. We should have lost by like 6 or 7 goals because today was an embarrassment.
Hold on. Rob here in the chat has a question. Says, how can you blame Mascherano? The lineup was perfect. Noah Allen just sucks big time.
No, we could play Mascherano because he keeps playing this high line, even though we keep getting beat on it. And when he saw, because Papi ball for Orlando is very defensive minded. But they were pressing us high. They were forcing us into turnovers. So when we're doing that, we're playing sloppy, and when we're turning the ball over, we are very disorganized when we're getting back on defense. That's why they kept finding space and beautiful passes to get those one-on-one opportunities. When he sees that this is happening, you can do one of two things. You can either tell him to stop playing such a high line, because you are the coach, you get to make those decisions. Or, you know what he did in the 70th minute? When you went to 3 men in the back with wing backs, like, oh, okay, I want to attack up the wings, but let me keep 3 defensive center backs further back. So he put Busquets as the central center back with 2 other center backs, and that allowed his wing backs to work up. That kind of helps you defensively, but he decided to do that when we were already down 3-1. What's the point at that point?
What a mess.
The game is lost at that point.
And a special shout out, Super Slam here by Mr. Krabs with the $2 Super Slam. Says, thanks for losing on my birthday, Inter Miami. Happy birthday to you, Mr. Krabs.
Happy birthday, Mr. Krabs. So
another year on this. Another year on the.
Happy birthday to you.
And Orlando destroyed us today on your birthday. They usually destroy us on my daughter's birthday, but now it's on your birthday. So
yeah, that was rough.
So
how was who's defending today?
Cano Reeve is saying Allende out now. And no one world, one goal, no Rocco Blanco, no Wino.
Allende was rough today. Also, there was 1 or 2 opportunities where I saw that he had an opportunity to feed either Suarez or DePaul right next to him, and he just couldn't get the ball to them. And I was like, man, like this kid, like he has opportunities to do good things, he just can't. Like Allende just is, and I understood why they took off. And I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but
yeah,
I understood why they took off Segovia to put in Fafa, because they wanted more speed, because they needed to go vertical. But even with that, I still would have taken Allende off instead of Segovia. I understand tactically you're trying to go vertical, so you try to get
field.
Yeah, you're trying to get 2 speedsters on the outside, right? Allende on one side, Fafa on the other. But F that, because I don't care how fast Allende is, he's not giving you crap. So I would have put in Fafa for Allende, and I would have kept Segovia on.
And that was already after 3 goals. That was already after being down 3-1. Danny, what are we doing at that point? Are we really capitalizing on the best opportunity to make some of these substitutions? Like,
it was rough overall. Orlando, from what I'm seeing here.
Pedri says Ustari gets a pass for me, objectively speaking. It was his first game after an injury from 40-year-old.
You know, if he has a rough game is one thing, but today was like really, really bad because
he
the line was so high.
Post block.
Yeah, you can't get near post, but the line was playing so high that he was playing his sweeper keeper role, and I get it, but he was playing that poorly. The way he cleared those 2 balls and basically almost gave up 2 gifted goals. That 1 goal by Muriel wasn't a goal. But he kicked it. Ustari didn't even run back to it. He kind of just watched it. He's like, he just watched this just roll. And then when it bounced back into the line of play, then he's like, oh, shit, maybe I should run to it before somebody else beats me to it. Like Ustari, there was you know what I was thinking a little bit? Maybe he likes Rocco, and maybe he's like, let me give the job back to him, so let me play poorly. Because I can't see how he could play this poorly after he's played pretty well all year. Yeah, because, like, I'm not the biggest Ustari fan. I would like, if it's not Drake, somebody else. But I thought he's played decent this year. He's had some rough patches, but he's played decent. But the drop-off from where he's played this season to what I saw today, it almost feels like it has to be on purpose. How could you play that poorly? How could you clear the balls that poorly? How could you show a lack of urgency when that ball is rolling into the goal and it hits the post and it takes you a second to really think like, you know what, maybe I should go run to this. Like, it was just, I don't know, it was just bad overall.
Before I bring the Super Slam in, Danny, Peaches Shout out to Peaches. Haven't seen you in a while. Says everyone was bad today, though. It was contagious. Is that fair to say, Danny, that everyone was bad and it was just contagious?
Bright wasn't bad.
Rick with the 499 Super Slam says, so can we now stop the narrative of Frey as the GOAT and that we are a counter-attack team when they don't play the low block?
Well, we've never been a counter-attacking team. We only play the counter-attack when we play international games. But I thought that Frey didn't look bad. He had some good defensive plays, especially one on Angulo where it was a foot race. And there was no chance Frey was going to win that foot race. And he didn't win it. But he didn't give up on it, and he toe poked it out to the end line and for a corner kick, which again he's not going to win that foot race, but he didn't give up on it and he saved it. I think that might have been where they ended up scoring on that corner kick, though.
Yeah, I mean, but Frey did really well against Angulo, who's a very, very pacey player. So, but again, I mean, what do I know? You know.
Yeah, look. I'll still take Frey over Cello any day of the week.
Yeah. I just wish, I mean, it was an embarrassment all around. I mean, are we going to do this? Like, we're going to really do this post game? Like, this is pitiful. Starting 11? Do we just jump to that?
Yeah, let me just do that. I'm here. Somebody called me out for drinking a high noon.
So here we have the starting 11, guys. For those of you on audio, it's not Rocco Blacco in the goal. It's Ustadi who makes a start, as you could tell, since we've been slamming him the last 11 minutes. The bottom back four is Jordi Alba left back. Ian Frey makes a start right back. And then you have Maxi Falcon and Noah Allen as center back. Double pivot with Busquets and Yannick Bright. And then on the left side, we have Segovia. Right side, apparently, is Rodrigo De Paul. And then the top two are Suarez and Allende.
No, I will tell you, Rodrigo De Paul, maybe he didn't have the best of games, but I felt like making a graphic like this and putting his face everywhere because he is everywhere.
Yeah, he was playing right back at some point.
Yeah, he was.
Ian Frey was pushed up.
He was winning balls in our own box. He was the last line of defense a few times, and then he would be the top guy receiving the ball on a through ball. Like, he is everywhere. Like, Rodrigo De Paul is like that. Motorcito nickname makes 100% sense because he is everywhere. It sucks that this team played so poorly today because he was absolutely everywhere.
And Maria, no falta respeto, okay? And if you're gonna falta respeto, at least go tomorrow to the Las Garzas show, okay? With that Sin Messi no son nada. Get out of here.
Do you think with Messi we win this game?
Dude, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if one person can make that difference. I mean, if you ask 10 Messi fans, those 9 of them will say yes.
No, I think Orlando doesn't play as aggressive. I think they play a little more because they are traditionally a very defensive-minded team, right? But when they see Messi isn't playing, they're like, you know what? We don't have to play that low block. Let's take it to them. And they did. I think if Messi plays, I don't think they play as defensive. Do we win? I don't know because our defense looked really bad today. But I do think that they changed their game plan and things might look differently just because Messi was just there. So
yeah, I don't think it makes a difference though.
I think the game plan changes for Orlando because they took it to us.
Well, I think that they wouldn't be as free on their counters. I think they wouldn't be as free in terms of their attack because they'd be a little bit more preoccupied with defending such a great player like Messi. I felt like they just played with a lot of freedom today. Like, I felt like they were able to do as they wished throughout the entire game. Like, this was a great game for Orlando.
Yeah, and currently saying Orlando played a high line. Exactly. But that's not when we were on our preview show with oh my god, I'm blanking on his name. My fault. I forgot his name. But with Orlando guest, we were talking about Boppy Ball. Boppy Ball is very defensive, like the coach.
Yeah.
Like, he plays very, very defensive. It's almost like playing the counterattack. That's what they do. But today, they said Messi isn't playing. You guys haven't really looked that good offensively. Luis Suarez has looked a little older. He hasn't been finishing much. Allende. So they said, F it. So we're just going to play a high line. And they did. And it worked because they played that high line. They forced us into turnovers in the midfield. And as soon as we turned the ball over, like we were so unorganized getting back defensively. They just had space to run in everywhere. Their hold-up play, while other players ran into behind the defenders, it was wild. It was you have to tip their hat to it because they played an amazing game.
I think some of the play, like Allende was awful. His touches are awful. He had opportunities throughout the game where he could have had decent looks, awful shots. Luis Suarez, I mean, he's falling off, but like, I don't know. I can't blame Suarez. Like somebody just put in the chat, I can't find it, that Obando needs to play in these games. Oh, yeah, no, for sure. Mike V is saying watching Twelman now, he's glowing. Twelman is leaking at this moment. Twelman loves, I don't want to say he loves the bashing of Inter Miami because he also talks decently about some things Inter Miami, but like, yeah, I mean, you could tell that they were giving him the business.
All right. Well, starting 11. When you saw the starting 11, what I thought, I was surprised that I saw Ustadi there because I hadn't heard that he was coming back. That caught me by surprise. I was happy that Bright and Frey got to start. And I was wondering if they would have DePaul play more of the 10 role. It looked like he was playing a little out. Well, he was a little bit everywhere, but he looked a little more further out right. But I mean, there was really nothing much else you could expect out of this starting 11. I mean, did you expect anybody else that could possibly start?
Well, aside from I didn't see the starting 11 before the game. I started watching it, boom, and that's when I realized what the starting 11 was. So the fact that Ustadi was starting, I was like, ooh, that's a surprise. I wanted Rocco Blanco. I'm surprised at the fact that they didn't put Rodrigo de Paul at the 10 and that they didn't put Allende to the right, leaving Luis Suarez as the lone striker. I think that it ended up like assembling in that way at some point, but at least just from how it looks on the graphic, I mean, the back four, I was happy for Ian Frey as well. What's our identity? YF Hope asks.
Our identity is to build up out of the back and create up the middle through Messi, and play balls into either Suarez or Segovia when he drifts into the center of the pitch as an inverted, I guess you could say, winger. And then if that's not working, we kind of play it out to Jordi Alba and hope that he can create from the outside with his low crosses. That is the game plan. That really doesn't work ever, especially against teams that play a low block against us. So our identity is one that we're still searching for, one that works. At the moment, we do play a high line when we are building up out of the back, and that forces us to get caught on the counterattack. Now, we've been pretty decent, and I don't want to say successful because we haven't won anything, but we've seen more success playing international games because those teams don't play as defensive. So we can counter them, but our identity is that one which doesn't work. So Pedri put it there. IMCF identity, Messi Magic. Yeah. Messi in the MLS regular season, Messi Magic. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't see some sort of like special identity, especially against that MLS teams where they just hunker down. Now, I'll tell you this much, Danny. For the first half, I was excited because it was a fun game.
The first half was very fun.
It was a fun game. The first half,
even though Orlando outplayed us, but it was still fun.
Yes, it was a fun. I was sitting next to my son, and I'm like, "This is a good game." I thought it was going to be like a nail biter. Orlando said, huh, "Watch this, buddy." I mean, I don't know. I'm already at the second half at this point, but first goal, your boy Luis Muriel puts in a goal in 2 minutes. People get caught sleeping in the middle.
Jordi Alba has a bad giveaway.
Yes, that was awful. And then you got our center backs getting caught sleeping. He just gets right down the pike, gets it, and puts it in the back of the net.
And he bodies Ian Frey off the ball, and then he nutmegs Ustadi. Now, the thing with Muriel has been a really big disappointment. Orlando fans hate him. I don't know what they're probably saying right now that they love him, But up until like a week ago, they all hated the guy. And then he had a hat trick in the first half of their last game. I think it was against Atlas. And then
Yes.
today he scored a brace. So he's just randomly woke up over the last 7 days. I don't know what exactly got into him, but he just randomly started playing well. So if they're going to rely on him to be successful, I don't know if they can, because he hasn't been consistent. He's been pretty bad, and I'm assuming that this probably won't last long. But he's riding a high right now, and he had Noah Allen and Falcon wondering what the hell is going on. They had no idea what the hell was going on. So
I have a question for Soccer Daddy. Soccer Daddy's saying, Chris, tell me this podcast identity. Is it to blame unloving players? I don't understand what you mean by unloving players. I need,
I guess,
elaboration.
I guess.
I mean, look, I love this team, and there's obviously some players that stand out to us a little bit more than others. People that come in at a high price tag, people that come in touted highly. I don't know.
Well, soon thereafter, we're losing 1-0, and my fear was that because Orlando usually plays very defensive, that they were going to lock it down. They're like, it's early in the game, but F it. We're going to play the counter the rest of the game. And I was like, we're going to have a hard time tying this game. That's what I was thinking. But they didn't. They didn't do it the whole game. They didn't play very defensive. Actually, maybe the last 10 minutes. But they really didn't play very defensive-minded. And DePaul had that beautiful lob pass to Segovia. Segovia hit it to the center of the box. It got headed out. And I was shocked when I saw that it was Bright. That one time, that golazo. That's not Bright's repertoire. But that had me hyped because I was like, oh, this is going to be a game.
Yeah, and if you're getting contribution from a player that is really the least in terms of the midfield for contribution offensively, with that kind of a strike, I mean, you would hope that things are going to pan out better to our benefit. And by the way, Sagar Daddy went ahead and wrote back non-homegrown Allende and Lujan and Mascherano. Do you know the salary amount for Bright versus people like Allende and Lujan?
Well, I've stopped killing Lujan because he's played decent recently, but Allende has been terrible all year long.
Soccer Daddy, do you think Allende is playing great?
So yeah, Bright.
I was a big Allende fan in the beginning of the season, by the way. I just want that to be like absolutely known. I was making bets with an Allende goal every week.
Yeah, Yannick Bright makes $80K. That's wild.
Yeah, he makes like $5 in comparison to everybody else.
I wonder where he must reside, because you can't afford to live in Miami on $80K.
Dude lives in an efficiency.
For sure. In Hialeah.
He lives in an efficiency in Hialeah. Dude takes the bus.
You cannot live in Miami on $80K.
To Fort Lauderdale. This guy's eating dollar menu stuff. He's making himself ham and cheese sandwiches every day.
He lives at
ramen noodles. No,
he eats at the facility, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then he takes the bus home at nighttime.
Yeah, no, I mean, he might be sleeping in the locker room. As he walks in and he's like, oh, Bright's here again, sleeping in my locker.
$80K? You cannot live on $80K here in Miami. Poor Bright, man. How do you make $80K as a professional soccer player and one of the best players on the team? That's waste. That's wild.
Mike B says, Bright rents out my garage. Yeah. It's a one-car carport.
All right. So after that, it looked like it was going to be an entertaining game. Miami, I thought, looked like they were finding their footing, but quickly after that, they just looked lost in the midfield.
I'm going to be right back.
Yeah, all right. Orlando was pressing high, and we just couldn't break down their midfield. And the worst part was that we couldn't break down their midfield. It was the fact that whenever we would turn the ball over in the midfield with sloppy passes, we just looked so unorganized in getting back. Like, we didn't know where to be, who to mark, and it just led to Muriel and I forgot this guy's name, Ojeda, running wild. They were just running circles around everybody. They had Falcon and Noah Allen pointing at each other. Hey, you go here, you go there. It just seems like everybody was lost today. And they just had chance after chance. The fact that we went into the half 1-1 is just incredible, because let alone in the first half, they should have had. I'm not counting the second half. In the first half alone, they should have had 3 or 4 goals. And they had us just lost. Every time we lost the ball in the midfield, it was a quick 2-touch pass. Bang, bang, and then somebody's running free. And then Noah Allen and Falcon are just looking at each other like, who got him? Who got him? It was really, really bad.
And I kind of was overhearing you as I was walking around a little bit. They were all over the place. I don't think nobody really. I mean, there was a collision at the end of the game with Fafa and what's this guy? Belisario Machuca, or whatever his face is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
At the end of the game, there was a collision where Fafa almost had a goal opportunity.
Oh, you mean with him and Suarez started yelling at each other?
No, that was another play. I mean, Baltasar Rodriguez. What am I saying, Belisario Machuca? Baltasar Rodriguez. I don't know. I don't even know what the hell
Machuca
I just said. Baltasar Rodriguez had a collision with Ian Frey at the end not Ian Frey. Fafa had an opportunity, and he collided with Baltasar Rodriguez towards the end of the game for like a goal opportunity. Nobody knew where to stand.
Dude, I don't know where you got Machuca from.
Belisario Machuca. That person doesn't even exist.
Where did you get that name from?
Did I mix 2 players? Did I mix 2 players?
Belisario Machuca. Wow. Shout out to Jam PL fan. Hey guys, did you think the coach expected Poppy Ball and we didn't adjust in time? Yes, actually, that was one of my first points that I brought up when we first started the show. I think that everybody expects Poppy Ball, very defensive, counter-attacking type of game plan. And Mascherano probably prepared for that. But Papi said, you know what? Messi isn't here. I don't believe in Suarez finishing consistently. I definitely don't believe in Allende because nobody believes in Allende. You know what? Let's play a high line. Let's take it to them. Let's press them high, and let's force them into turnovers, which will lead to nice short counter-attacking opportunities. And it did. It was the perfect game plan against Inter Miami, and it worked. So I 100% thought that Mascherano got caught with his pants down in the first half. And for everybody that wears those Mascherano knee pads, if he was as brilliant as everybody was saying last game, he would have made adjustments like he did last game at this halftime. But he didn't make any adjustments. He didn't make any substitutions. And I guess it's because he saw that it was 1-1. He's like, oh, we're doing okay. No, you're not doing okay. Just because they didn't score doesn't mean that they didn't thoroughly outplay you. And I felt like Miami was outplayed that first half. And he did nothing about it at halftime.
Ayam is saying the referee is way low level. This, by the way, this is my favorite referee. This guy's my favorite referee of the whole league. And I don't think the referee had any sort of like
bearing
imprint. Yeah, like he didn't have any sort of sway in the game.
I don't know if this makes me bad at podcasting, but I don't know any referees. I don't care to know any referees. Like people are like, oh, this is the referee today. Oh, this is the referee next game. Favorite. I don't give a crap. I don't know any of them. Maybe by face I might recognize some of them, but I don't care about any of the referees.
Armando Villarreal. That's his name. He's a good ref. He's a good ref. He's a good ref.
I think all the refs are poor.
This guy's the best. He's the best. He's the best ref.
All right.
I'm just telling you.
All right. In the first half, what else about the first half could we talk about? Could we talk about Uftadi playing sweeper keeper because we're playing such a high line, but something that is usually one of his strengths ended up being what cost us almost 2 goals. He cleared the first one. I forgot who was it. Was it Muriel both times? That they kicked it one time, but it landed right back in his chest. Like it was a poor hit ball.
Yes, and then wasn't there another one that hit off the bar?
Well, that was the second one because it couldn't have been 60 seconds later. Like, it happened like right after. He clears it again, and he is so poorly positioned. Kicks it right to Muriel, and Muriel was astute enough to notice where he was standing, and he one-timed it. Low ball and with pace. So much pace that Uftadi didn't bother to even attempt.
No, he's just watching it. He's watching it.
Show some effort. Like
go run back.
Fake it. Like we know you're not going to get there. but fake it. And then it hit the post. And I'm telling you, look back. It hits the post and he still doesn't react. It takes him like a full second to be like, oh, maybe I should go get this live ball before Muriel comes and smashes it home. Like it was just an embarrassing effort, an embarrassing performance, just embarrassing overall by Ustadi.
It's embarrassing by the whole team. I mean, we're done with the first half. How did you feel at the end of the first half?
Enrique saying, how the hell did Ustadi play so bad? I don't know. I put out the theory that maybe he did it on purpose. Maybe he likes Rocco and he's like, you know what? Give this kid a chance.
I need him. Yeah, let him play another 2 games before Drake Callender comes back.
Because Ustadi has been decent this year, right? He hasn't been all world. He hasn't been bad either. He's been somewhere. He's been okay. But to play this bad as he did today, I know that he didn't play for a little while, but this drop off in level, I don't know. It almost feels like he had to do it on purpose.
Well, he probably wants Rocco Blanco to play a couple games before Drake Callender comes back.
Maybe. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, we're wrapping it up soon, Soccer Daddy.
Daddy said, you know what? We're tired of this show.
Look at this. The production manager is telling us, shut it down.
Andy Crims, I'm assuming is an Orlando fan. So Andy,
nice.
Congratulations. I hope you hang a banner in your stadium saying that you beat Inter Miami twice this season. And you celebrate that into the off season, because we might actually hang a real banner, but you go ahead and you hang that banner, because absolutely you beat us twice. So that banner is going to look sweet. The whole we beat Miami twice this season. Go ahead. It's going to be nice.
I have something that I want to say about the crowd of Orlando, which is positive to them. Should I save that to the end, or should I bring that up? Because I feel like they are pretty good with like impromptu cheers, like with just like out of nowhere, overrated, fuck you, Suarez. Like I felt like impromptu cheers like that, they're really good about that. They really showed out. I got to give them credit. I mean,
Danny Chris, any words on Allen? I thought Allen and Falcon both had a horrible game. I thought Luis Muriel made them look both very, very bad. The whole defense is bad. Muriel and Ojeda ran circles around this team. These guys didn't know what they were doing. They're like, do we hold this line? Do we drop back? Who do I mark? Who do you got? Like, it looked like everybody was running around in circles. It looked really, really bad today.
You could tell, and also with Jordi Alba and Ian Frey playing so high up, listen, that left our center backs exposed as hell.
But that's always the case, but they've never looked this bad.
But the thing is, you don't see that too much with Weigand. You don't see that too much with Weigand. But
because he doesn't push up as high.
Correct. Since Ian Frey pushes up a little higher, it's a little bit more of an exposure.
Yeah,
which
absolutely.
Ian Frey, he didn't play as bad, but still it's a bad output from our defensive line. So,
well, yeah. Noah Allen and Falcon had terrible games. The whole defense had terrible games today. So at halftime, how are you feeling?
I mean, I was, like I told you, when I finished watching the first half, I said, this is going to be a good one. So I felt like it was going to be a competitive game. I thought we'd walk away with a tie, maybe like a 1-point win, right? Just a nail biter of a game.
I didn't think that we would win. Like I said, I predicted a draw, and I thought that's how it would somehow end up. I thought we would somehow get a draw. But I will tell you that at halftime, this is what I told myself. This is what I thought to myself. We took their best punch. They outplayed us thoroughly the whole first half. And I thought, if that's the best they got, and we withheld that, Mascherano made some great halftime changes last game. Let's see what he does this game to kind of get us ready, because we survived.
Because he's cooking. He's cooking for all the knee pad people.
Right. He's
cooking for the knee pad people.
He's brilliant. So
a stroke of genius.
Game. So he did it last game. So I was like, maybe he does it again, right? Maybe he learned, like, okay, I got to do halftime adjustments. And we took their best punch. We lucked out that they didn't score 3 or 4 times. Maybe we could do something. And I was just thinking, like, they're going to score again. Maybe we can end up with a 2-2 draw. That's what I was thinking. But we'll end up with a draw. So that's where my head was at. Yeah.
But then Luis Muriel said, fuck what you think. It's all about me today.
Yeah.
And 5 minutes later, he ends up getting his second goal of the game. Now, if you can remind me how that goal happened, because I wasn't watching on my TV at the time.
So I think, and I'm not 100% sure, you can correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, but that Angulo run where Frey is on a foot race and he pokes it out of bounds and they get the corner kick, I believe that's what led up to it. They got a corner kick and Ojeda plays it to Muriel. Muriel does a spin move and Jordi Alba takes the ball. Now,
Jordi that was the one off the corner.
Yes,
that's right. That he like kind of spills it behind him, and then
I'm not sure how Jordi Alba wins the ball and then loses it right after. And then as soon as he loses it, I guess everybody on Miami kind of felt like, okay, we got possession. Let's open up to give him a passing lane. So they start retreating a little bit. Muriel gets it back immediately, and then he catches Ustari sleeping with the tight angle. That was all on Alba for losing the ball and quick thinking on Muriel to get it back and then quickly take advantage of the space that he was given because Jordi Alba had kind of made everybody get it back on the offensive, right? They thought that they had won the ball back. Yeah, that was all on Jordi Alba. Absolutely. He made a nice play to get the ball and then he just lost it right back.
So far, yeah, and maybe the defense didn't react so quickly because they thought, okay, at this angle, it's not going to happen. But it did. And at this point, we have Jordi Alba with a turnover on the first goal, right? Jordi Alba with his defense just wasn't on the second one, wasn't good enough. And then we have the slip up with the center back's first goal. And then obviously Ian Frey not being able to, defend well. So far, like the back line's not looking good so far. First two goals.
No, the back line got cooked today.
Yeah.
The back line got cooked. And then it felt like they were just putting it on us the rest of the second half. It felt like it was just as soon as they got the ball, they were pushing it forward in transition and we were just getting beat and they just kept getting opportunities. That third goal was the one where who was it that scored that third goal? Was it Ojeda?
It was Martin Ojeda. It was 8 minutes later at the 58th minute. And
that was the nail in the coffin.
Martin Ojeda literally caught the ball, and this is where he gets the shot right here, near post.
Yeah, look at that. Look, Ustari's foot is basically on the post.
Yeah.
I honestly thought that he was getting the shot off, but I did not think at any point that he was gonna score. I did not.
I mean, look at this. Covering your near post, and you still fumble.
Ojeda was shocked when that went in.
Oh, absolutely. He had no business scoring that.
Yeah, that was
had
rough.
no business, and that was from a cross that came from Muriel, and that was I believe it was who was defending on that one. It looks like, oh my goodness, that was so bad. That was Busquets. I remember. Busquets ended up running back because everybody was just so high. Everybody was just so high. And look at this guy. I've never seen this guy in my life. EPC, welcome. 4-1. He puts a clown emoji, a burger. Why you put a burger emoji? Okay.
It's that guy that used to eat sandwiches on Twitter.
Oh, maybe it is because he's a clown face and he eats burgers on Twitter and then he just laughs at himself.
Yeah.
Good job, buddy. You got yourself a win.
That guy's name was David. I remember his first name was David. I forgot his last name.
Yeah. So, I mean, whatever.
Right,
so that was the third goal.
Yeah.
All within the first 15 minutes. First 15 minutes we got scored on. That's when Mascherano says, okay, let me throw some salt into this and says, I'm going to sub out Falcon at the 64th minute and bring in Lujan. I'm going to sub out Velasco Segovia and bring in Fafa. Those are the two substitutions that he made after the half.
I mean, he went for it, right? He knew that the game was lost, so he had to throw up a Hail Mary. But it would have been nice if he would have made a change at halftime when they were getting thoroughly outplayed in the first half and they still had a chance.
Hold on, because I feel bad. Xavier's been putting up bangers in the chat, and I've been not paying attention to the chat, guys. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, because I put up somebody else. Sorry.
Well, while you figure something out there, at that point we're down 3-1. He makes the substitutions. He put in Fafa to go vertical with Allende. Not that it was going to do anything. Actually, soon thereafter, they did get a ball to Allende. I don't know why there was a loose ball somewhere, and Allende looked like he had a rocket up his ass. The way he took off, like he went really fast, but he went so fast that he ran past the ball. Like
outpaced himself.
He outpaced himself, and he left the ball behind him because he ran really fast, like, oh wow, like a burst of speed, and then he ran past the ball. Like it was really weird.
I thought that was going to be his moment, the Allende moment, the pacey moment,
because he's fast, but I don't look at him and think oh, he's one of the fastest guys in the league. He's just one of the fastest guys on our team.
Yeah,
but he looked really fast in that split moment. But he took off so fast that he he ran past the ball, which was really funny.
Ian Solanzo saying if Miami wins against Tigres, they're going to postpone DC or they won't play starters. If they don't postpone it, then Rocco Blanco's playing striker that game, because there's no way they're going to risk the DC game for Leagues Cup.
When is the DC game? The 23rd. They might play that game. The only game that I think is going to get postponed would be the Chicago game, which would be the day before the final. August 30th is the Chicago game, and if they were to make it to Leagues Cup final, it would be August 31st. So that's the only game I think that would get postponed. I think that they would play the DC United game, and I would expect heavy rotation in that situation.
After that goal, Danny, we got our subs on. Baltasar comes in at the 79th minute for Tadeo Allende. Ben Krem comes in for Ian Frey at right back at the 79th minute. And then Yannick Bright comes out for Redondo at the 84th minute.
Mm-hmm.
Which Redondo didn't even have a great game. He played 8 minutes. He looked awful. He turned it over 4 times. I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of the lowest ratings in FOTMob.
Anthony's asking how serious is Messi's injury? Is as bad as national media is making it out to be? No, he should be back for the Tigres game. People are saying that he's going to be back for the Galaxy game. I highly doubt that. Why on earth would you bring him back 3 days earlier or 4 days earlier for the Galaxy game when you have a quarterfinal game that's important coming off of an injury? I think they're going to give him the extra 4 days to rest. I wouldn't expect him to play against the LA Galaxy at home. I think he'll be back for the Tigres game, though.
You think this is fair? Xavier saying Orlando City knows how to play us like we know how to play Columbus?
No, because they didn't play us like this last time.
Yeah,
they played us different today than they've ever played us, and I honestly do think it's because Messi wasn't playing. They usually play that poppy ball. Now they have had 2 good results against us, but no, I wouldn't say I'm not worried about playing them in the semifinal of Leagues Cup if we were to make it there and they were to make it, because by the way, if we win and they beat, I think it's Pachuca, which I think would be wild if they beat. I'm not scared of them in the semifinal. I actually kind of look forward to it if that were to happen.
Yeah, because we'd actually be playing for an important game.
Right.
That's when the
rivalry starts.
Yeah,
that's what it takes right there. Beating us twice in the season, and then that game, whether they win or we win, that's when a real rivalry begins. So
yes,
that's what I would like to see.
So we end up getting scored on again by Pasalic in the 88th minute, and this was Ben Krem keeping him onside.
And Ben Krem kept him onside, and that was Ustadi finally getting a good block, right, 1-on-1.
Yes.
And then he got it back.
Well, I mean, he shot it directly at his face. So
right. Well, he got it back, and then somehow he played, and Noah Allen couldn't stay in front of him. And then he got it past him and scored anyway, which was wild.
Yeah,
and
that defense could have been a lot better by Noah Allen.
Yeah. Yep, that was 4-1, and that was all she wrote. So, all in all, terrible game from top to bottom. And we move on. It's a regular season. We still have 3 games in hand on everybody. So let's see. We're at most of the teams up top of the table drop points today. So this doesn't push us too far back. We are still in the driver's seat, I believe, for the supporter shield. So, would have been nice to win. I thought that a draw would have been a good result, but bigger picture, it's not. This doesn't end our season or anything like that.
So, standouts. Who you going with the standout?
I'm gonna go Rodrigo De Paul. He was everywhere.
Yes.
He was in the final third. He was in our defending third. He was creating in the midfield. He didn't have a great game, but he was everywhere. And there was a point where when we tied the game, like soon thereafter, they found Ojeda down the left side, one-on-one with Ustari again. He was by himself. And somehow Rodrigo De Paul hustled his ass and managed to get in front of Ojeda and force him to the end line and forced a horrible bad angle shot, which went out of bounds. But if Rodrigo De Paul, which was the only person that for some reason recovered there, if he doesn't recover, he gets a clean one-on-one shot on Ustari, which could go 2-1 inside 10 minutes. But Rodrigo De Paul was the last line of defense there. That's from his positioning. And he was playing up top for a large part of the game. So just on the fact that he was everywhere, he was the engine, as his nickname is. I would say Rodrigo De Paul would be the only standout this game because I thought everybody else played pretty poorly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the same. I'm gonna go with Rodrigo De Paul. The fact that he was covering so much distance and so much space in between, box to box and defending very well, right? That goes to show you a little bit about what he brings to the team.
All right, so let's everybody keeps bringing up Allen. We've said that Noah Allen played poorly. We've said that Falcon plays poorly. What else do you guys want us to say?
I mean, they want us to like literally personally bash him because apparently they think that his pops is like watching us, so they want us to like destroy him. I think that's what they want. They want us to destroy him.
Yeah, because Noah Allen didn't have a good game. We've said it a bunch of times.
I mean, he didn't have a good game, guys, but like we're not gonna like.
So
we're gonna give him the business the same way we give other people the business.
Yeah, Allen didn't have a good game. Falcon didn't have a good game. Jordi Alba had a horrible game. Like everybody had a bad game. So
I'm gonna hold on to your comment there, Xavier. Okay,
and then
that is something I want to talk about.
Let me just real quick. I don't know what relationship you think we have with his father. I don't know
what.
I don't know what relationship. I think you might be thinking about a different Inter Miami show.
Hold on. Mr. Allen, yeah, you're gonna pick us up from you're gonna pick us up and take us to the suite, yeah. Yeah. Okay, you got the jerseys ready for us, yeah, and the Messi meet and greet, okay, yeah. Hold on, guys, hold on. I'm gonna go on mute real quick because I'm gonna talk to Noah Allen's dad. Okay, hold on.
Go ahead. So I'm not sure what relationship you think we have with Noah Allen's dad. I've never met the guy, so yeah, I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about, but yeah, sure. All right, so moving on. That was standouts. Que pena.
Okay, so I'll keep that part private.
Who gets the que pena?
Que pena is there's so many que penas to go around on and off the field. Que pena's back defensive line gets the que pena.
Line, yeah.
You mentioned the good que pena through text.
Oh yes, that's right.
Yeah,
yes, the production team. I felt like every time they went ahead and they showed a replay,
like
all of a sudden
it's like, oh my god, there's something big happening. Like, oh my god.
And I'm like watching the replay and they're yelling about what's happening. I'm like, I'm missing it. What the hell's going on? So the production team, yes, the production team did a horrible job because I felt like every time they showed a replay, something crazy was happening. So yes, the production team, que pena. But on the pitch, everybody. I thought everybody had a really bad job.
Even Mascherano, or like, do we help people buy extra knee pads this week? Because Mascherano.
This is what I come to expect from Mascherano. So the only reason I bring up Mascherano is because the
The only reason I bring up Mascherano is because everybody was so high on him last game. And again, he had a decent game, but that was one time. And all he did was bring on Bright and Frey, which is what we tell him to do all the time. So,
Yeah.
all right. Man of the match other than Messi.
Ian Solonzo saying Rocco Blanco que pena because he just sat on the bench doing nothing. I know, right?
Good job.
I mean, que pena. I mean, this is special for Pedri Potter because Bright gets the man of the match. This is special for Pedri Potter today because Bright gets it. I'm giving it to Bright.
Yeah, absolutely. Chris, if I were to ask you a question, and I want you to answer me very honestly, and
Relax.
we'll end it with
Noah
this.
Allen's dad might be watching. Okay.
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 Who has been our best defender this season?
Best defense. It's crazy because Noah Allen was out for a while. Yannick Bright was out, and those two, in my opinion, before their injury,
I'm thinking back line. I'm thinking center backs and fullbacks. Hasn't it been Noah Allen? Falcon was terrible up until the Club World Cup. Falcon was playing pretty bad.
Falcon was awful. Recently. Look, a lot of people saying, look, Falcon, if you guys watched that episode where we went through the highlights, you're a bum, Pedri. If you go watch the highlights that we did of all the goals scored on us, Pedri, seriously. Yeah. We did highlights. We broke it down, like with the video and everything. Okay.
Yeah, we took the copyright L. Like we took it. Yeah. We literally broke down. And Falcon was to blame for more than anybody else. Those goals in the beginning. Yeah. But once the Club World Cup came around, he started playing better, and he's played much better since then. So since the Club World Cup, it's been Falcon. Yes. Since the Club World Cup, the year overall, I think Noah Allen.
I would have to go with it's between
before Leagues Cup, Noah Allen, and then after Club World Cup, Falcon. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I kind of want to give a little bit to Weigand. Weigand at some points has been pretty good defensively.
He's just so up and down.
It's very inconsistent.
Like he has some really bad games, and then he has some amazing games.
Yes.
And Soccer Daddy says it best. Everyone is terrible. Okay. Damn. And then Shady B says Allen just looks like a better defender because of his speed. Well, yeah. I mean, when you're playing a high line and you have to recover, I guess that does help. I guess.
I mean, do we want to say Noah Allen? Like, is it gonna give us like brownie points here if we say Noah Allen? Like, I'm afraid now because I mean, come on, you know.
Yeah, I got you. Chris, any final thoughts?
You know what? This was an embarrassment. We have Busquets, Luis Suarez, Alba, and Rodrigo de Paul. No Messi, but those players, along with other players that are around them that can be very helpful, playing against Orlando City. And we took a loss like this. This is utterly embarrassing. Man, it's deplorable, the game that we played.
If I had the time, I would go back to episodes where Allen had good games, and I'd love to see the comments that these people put on the chat, because maybe they didn't, but so many people were like, Noah Allen is so great.
Yeah.
And now a couple months later, it's like, oh, Noah Allen, he sucks. It's like, it's wild.
It's really crazy.
All right. So embarrassing overall, but it's done. We move on, and hopefully we could.
I'm getting a call from Noah Allen's dad. Hold on.
So hopefully we can go ahead and get right next week against the LA Galaxy. LA Galaxy, one of the worst teams in the league. So we'll see.
You have the helicopter ready?
There you go. Okay. All right.
He's got the helicopter ready for us in about 30 minutes.
I think. All right. So I mean, I think we got to get out of here. If you are listening on audio, we appreciate you listening all the way to the end. Please use 5 stars, comment,
review. He's in there right now. He's waiting for us. Hurry up.
If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching all the way to the end. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. And for those of you in the chat, we appreciate you hanging out with us for the last 55 minutes. We will be back later this week. And we got a special guest on the MLS show this week, and we got some things going on. So make sure that you tune in to both
Noah Allen's dad's going to be on with us this week.
No, he's not. Battered Herons, Battered MLS, and Las Garzas tomorrow morning. So make sure that you tune in for that. So with that said, hope you guys have a better night than what we had. And until the next one, have a good one.
Helicopter's waiting.